Nothing about Destiny.
You fuck you until you spend over 20 collective hours bashing your head into pissed off overloads. You don't get to tell me to stop.
How bad was my loadout when you first saw it?
Yes.
It was a
I
loadout.
spent 4.5 hours listening to God damn it, I love him, but
Was it that bad?
It's a
You
loadout
are.
that exists.
I'll tell you what, it would work in patrols pretty well.
so this is the consensus. Bitch,
Mhm.
if you ain't playing with us
I'm
after this,
I'm a play some, I promise.
gonna eat your ass.
I'm a play more, I promise.
Oh my god.
Goddamn
I will
right,
help
need to
with the
listen to that.
warlock. I will. But the condition is you get that motherfucker at least all legendary gear first. I can't do it. You're fucking warlock. I can't do it. My heart can't take more. I am.
Does Dirk know about my very
Yes.
much neglected warlock?
Yes, they know very much about it because I
I
informed
have
them of all of it.
organized my music so I can find it easier.
All of my stuff is at soft cap, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
I'm only angry because I had to listen to it.
I
There
love
you
you, friends.
Music.
I farmed it for him too, so he has no room to talk. Lazy ass hunter. Mellow out too, so I don't strangle you.
Music.
Am I gonna get slapped in the crucible after this?
Probably.
You just might.
Down.
They might
Download
throw you in
Modern
the
Warfare.
nanoforge. Who knows?
What?
I'm gonna put you on the enemy team in Gambit and show you why I have all the Gambit guns.
Oh no! Please no Gambit.
Python
Please no
it
1v2
is.
Gambit.
Yes, Gambit.
No, it'll be 1v2. I'll give you Dirk. You're gonna need his help.
No, I think Dirk wants to slap me in Crucible after having to listen to you.
I want to slap you in Modern Warfare's multiplayer.
I don't have Modern Warfare anymore.
Your game
All
has
right.
been itching for payback.
All right. We were gonna do salvage missions and die.
Yeah, we were gonna do
Yeah.
salvage thing. But they said that we still had about a couple hours to wait, so Jade was gonna go get those pictures.
Yeah, you
That
guys
she
got some
failed-
hours before the ship undocks. Just gotta be
Ah,
on it
good.
before they do. Because they have still only just met you. They don't care if they leave you behind at this point. They did their due diligence. They saved you from whatever those tree fucks were.
Before Jade runs off to download those pictures, she was going
Oh
to
no!
if
Poison swamps to bag. God damn it!
What?
I was gonna say if before Jade runs off, she was gonna ask Raven and Zitrun if before the ship takes off to come and get her. If she was still in the net, because she was gonna go to the station to do the picture stuff. She's not gonna go into the deep net to on the ship.
Well, I don't know where the hell I'm at, so.
I think you might be on the ship.
Everyone was on the ship when we left last session.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait, dice bag. Come here.
Pandora bread.
Ooh, you've got
It
to
turns
go
back to scraping, by the way, so you know.
Of course.
Vivian
How many hours
is-
do you have left on that?
Like 4.
Oh, okay. So you'll be done by the time you guys leave the station.
Eh.
Positivity.
I'll be there if you need me. I just want this done so I can get it out of the way. Shut up, random ass noises, and that way I can get this done. And you know, I'm not like 3 ways through the campaign and just like, oh, hold on, I gotta finish this thing I started at the beginning.
Would you like some riot points for what you've done for me?
No, I'm fine. Just get. What do I want? I don't know. Andy.
You want some candy?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
What the hell is the opposite of pss, pss, pss?
What is the opposite of?
The sound a squirt bottle makes?
Isn't that
How long does a stick of deodorant usually last you? Usually 3 or 4 bites. Why do I even bother?
I mean, yeah.
every college kid starts with 4 razor blades. The first one lasts a week, the second one lasts a week, third one lasts a month, and then the fourth one lasts the rest of the semester.
Oh no.
Is this true, Dirk?
I don't know, to be honest.
I can attest to this. It is very true.
Ah.
Somebody's breathing into a mic.
Poof.
That is probably Bobby.
Poof.
God damn it, Bobby.
God
That
damn
boy
it,
ain't
Bobby.
right.
God damn it, Bobby.
Oh, no.
Whoa!
It's begun. The Hank Hills, they've come back for me. What did I do to deserve this hell again?
You being named Bobby?
God
Yeah.
damn it. Now listen here, you little son of a bitch.
That boy ain't right.
Right. Always with the futanari and the furry porn.
I have not.
Bobby's
Today?
a closet furry.
That was immediate defensiveness. You good, fam?
He is a closet furry. Don't let him deny you otherwise.
Obviously he is. He's playing a
I mean-
rabbit.
Pick the large bunny. I mean, I get that. But, like, bruh.
Also, I found a picture of Dirk's ping.
Oh no.
Of
He said
bird.
ping, not peen.
I don't know about that.
Sent it to you,
Oh,
Dirk.
Jesus! That's ping! What are they connecting to Mars? What is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's literally 2 million ping.
What is that,
Are
all
they
the internet?
connecting to the
accurate?
ISS or something?
268374015. That's the ping.
Was it
Say that.
accurate for your ping or not?
I mean, kinda.
Well, that hurts my
Alright,
case.
well, Jade is on the station getting some pictures downloaded. And I'm not gonna play music for it. You know where to go to get the information once you log back on.
Yep.
How
How much damage am I gonna take?
Yeah, how much damage are you gonna take this time? 100.
100. So am I gonna fail at getting these pictures again?
Oh man, no, you'll get the pictures, but boy, is it not gonna be pleasant because you had to go through a completely separate hard drive to get them this time. So now you have even more porn on your computer, and you couldn't just like copy difference anymore.
So
You're just sat there frying out your neural link. Just and it hurts
Why are you
this
like
much
this?
because it's a cheap ass fucking
or
5
cable.
terabit a second connection through the cable that you got.
Oh,
It's even worse than your old one.
oh. So what? Am I down to 1 HP then?
No, you're at 0 HP. You are now fatigued, and you start recovering HP at the normal rate. Fatigue is going to last until you take a short rest.
Okay. How am I gonna take a short rest?
I mean, the ship's about to leave.
You can go
You can't
sleep.
sleep.
I cannot sleep.
Yeah.
Short rest rules, technically, couldn't they just apply for them sitting on their ass?
Yes,
Pretty much.
they can. Yeah.
Staring into space in anger.
What about those apples? Didn't they help with things like that?
Mhm. Those apples do too. Those apples actually fix exhaustion, which that's pretty much the only way you're going to be able to do it. Everyone else can just take like an 8-hour nap. You got to find something that can fix it.
Yeah. Huzzah! Playing at a slight disadvantage.
Slight?
I'm playing at a disadvantage
be a
against you
closet
whores
bunny.
also, so welcome to my world.
Yeah, Zitron's over here causing passive lust.
I have no downsides.
Yes, you do.
I am Bird.
Large number of
So,
downsides
le-
detected.
so does the 3 tenacity not count for anything then? Or does that go to 0 now?
Not in the digital space. Only your
Ah.
fleshy body gets tenacity.
So how long does it take to get these pictures and download it?
Probably an hour, because the site you went to, the file you were searching through before isn't there anymore, and you gotta like go into the back end again and look for like familiar strings, and you find it, and it doesn't actually take that long to download all this intergalactic porn, but like it still
The
takes a
main deal is
while.
just finding it.
Yeah, it's mainly just finding it and then like squeezing it through the tiny 5 terabit link.
And
Yeah,
the port in her neck probably sounds like a small jet engine just.
the tea kettle.
I see.
No, it's not air cooled, it's liquid cooled.
Oh.
With your blood.
Exactly.
They must be
So-
running Ghost of Tsushima at max resolution.
PS4 Pro having link ass net.
I mean, that's the perfect place to have a liquid cooled system. You got 4 major fucking arteries right there that go directly to your goddamn heart.
Oh
So
no!
if
Instead
I-
of that, use a cerebrospinal fluid.
No, we don't
No.
touch that.
Do not.
Better clean your neural port out, kid. You don't want the shakes.
So if anybody was to come over, they'd probably see her twitch and all. Probably hear like a little buzz.
Twitching, slightly sweating.
Huh.
Bird would probably see that and laugh.
Bird is going to attempt to appropriate a lift to drag the twitchy human back.
Not while I'm plugged in, please.
Don't worry, the cable's long enough. You have plenty of time.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is not. How long is this cable I bought? Like only a few feet?
It's like 5 feet.
5 feet?
Plenty. By the time I get to 5 feet and pull you out forcibly, you'll have plenty of time to download everything. Right? Well, still, Bird is going to appropriate a lift and prepare for the crispy human.
Just
Okay, what is this lift that you're trying to appropriate?
Something with wheels and a frame. Doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Is it kind of like a dolly or that sort of thing
Yeah.
that you're looking for?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, the other option is just dragging along the deck plating. So,
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
let's see. I should have a. What was my plus to that?
Burpception.
I actually do have a
Burbception.
few things that. I think I
Bird
do.
box.
Shut.
Have you seen the movie The Birds?
It was okay. Oh, let's see. Ooh, I get to add 30 to whatever I do. Yee. Let's see. Bird dice. That's gonna be 43.
Alright, mark a fail. You're looking around, and there's some tiny ass cardboard over there by the trash can. Probably a flattened Wick Donald carton.
I check once last time. I have to have missed something, after all.
Well, you just spent 15 minutes looking around, so what are you gonna
Oh.
do different?
Probably grab the cardboard and place under butt, or get ready to place under butt and drag.
Alright. So you go and pick up the piece of trash, and you bring it over.
Just gonna go ahead and kind of place it back roughly behind them. It's like, lots of planning for this drag fest.
It's a squishy butt. You should put that cardboard under.
Kind of looking left and right, making sure. Let's see, plenty of time. Picture it here. Should go down and drag them for a little ways. Okay, and now we wait. They are smoking after all. They can't be gone for too long.
No, they're not smoking. Just slightly well done. But yeah, once the pictures are done downloading, she'll just kind of tilt her head up. Everything.
Everything is pain.
My
Data.
existence is pain.
That'll learn you for being a nerd. Now let's go. The ship's getting ready to leave.
Okay. She's gonna unplug herself after she makes sure that all the files were transferred successfully.
Yep.
Okay, good. She's gonna
Can you
unplug
walk, or
herself.
do I have to drag your ass?
Can she walk? Do we have to see?
You can walk.
Okay.
Oh, good. I
Okay.
was gonna drag you on this piece of garbage I found. It's just barely big enough for one butt cheek.
Basically.
She's gonna stand up. Here, feel the back of my neck.
He just kind of hops on back and like, fucking tall ass.
What do you mean tall?
I don't remember how tall you are. I apologize.
4'5".
Oh, perfect. Bird jumps up and swaps back of neck quickly to feel temperature.
Is extra warm.
Oh. Well, you know what? Let's get you back to the ship.
Yeah.
Come on.
And she's gonna walk back to the ship with laptop and cable in tow.
Too bad you
Just
don't have
laptop
any
under.
hazard lights. You're walking really slow.
She's gonna like click two fingers together and her nipples are gonna turn yellow.
Oh, I knew you were a degen. Come on. Just bird kind of like pushing, just gently. Come on.
No push.
Walk faster. I don't care if you have fried your brain. Let's go. I'm not getting left here. Stations
My
are bad
blood
now.
is warm.
That happens. Let's go. You're a human.
No. The port is liquid cooled. What do you think
Da
the
da
liquid
da da
is?
da da. Let's go. I'm not getting left on a station. If those fucking plant things come back, I'm not gonna be turned into a bird salad.
Yeah.
Ballad, if you would.
Crispy.
A third.
God damn.
And she will walk back to the ship.
Alright, you
Just
have declared that you're walking back to the ship twice now.
Yes.
So, those two
I will
come back to
declare
the
it a third
ship.
time if I need.
What's everyone else
so
doing for the hour while they're away?
Well, I'm sure that Vivian's clothing will not take an entire hour to make.
No,
just
it's pretty
grumpy
instant.
VI
It might take
noises.
them an hour to try on everything they want to, though.
Yeah, I think she will be, for the most part, enjoying her clothing. Just like putting it on and admiring herself from every angle possible.
Just cute tar noises.
So I haven't decided what color to make her clothes. I'm thinking probably just black. Though a really dark brown would probably also work.
Yeah, colors would work.
I'm annoyed my birdception didn't work.
Ah.
What
Let's
about,
see.
Bullion?
He is trying to hide off somewhere far away from people, but in the ship.
There's nobody in the engine bay.
But radiation is.
I'm near a vent, is all I know.
as it turns over by a vent, scraping dust into it.
Fucking gremlin.
Olean is going to look for a place that isn't filled with radiation, but also quiet and not near people.
Looking for a nice, relaxing place.
Subtitling this as asocial bunny noises.
You could go down into the data center of the command center. It's
Again,
just a ladder, but
The only thing that's in there is the VI.
yeah, and the mining equipment.
Nobody there but the chicken.
well, he goes there again, but stares at the thing again, blinks at it again, and sits outside the door again.
Doki doki.
Somewhere where nobody would go over to the point defense on the other side of the bridge.
Okay. He just wants to go to a place where no one is currently. If someone pops in later, that's fine. It's just he just wants peace and quiet.
Freddy, get out of my room! I'm having a panic attack.
He has his rubber ball in his mouth, and he is switching the butterfly knife around, a little bit unnervingly because he's just not good. Because for the past few moments, the word "help" has been excessive.
I'm sorry, but it would be funny if you accidentally cut yourself with the butterfly knife.
Oh yeah, it's fucking great having those things jackhammer into your fingers.
Just whack.
Oh, did I strike a nerve?
I have 3 stab wounds on top of 2 knees, and I had a total of 36 cuts by the time I figured that shit out.
Well, apparently I did.
You're not
Now I
supposed to
can
stab
skip.
yourself with knives, right?
That wasn't intentional. Eat a dick.
You know, they say to
Mhm.
handle butterflies carefully.
Yeah, because just like the
Stabbing
mighty
one
monarch,
for
they
all of
can
you.
sting you.
God.
The mighty monarch.
They can? I thought it was just like permanent damage
It's
to
a-
their wings.
It's a It's a reference.
Oh,
in
okay.
case you doubt
I
it.
thought there was some biology that I hadn't learned.
Your two brothers.
The wings break off like a nettle stinger, and then they just jack you full of neurotoxin.
Right? That'll learn you.
Oh, they do?
No,
No.
They're butterflies.
Sorry,
They're
You
my
know
brain
what?
is not
You know
working.
what? On Terra Sol, that's probably what happened. They bioengineered the butterflies to have fucking fiberglass wings.
asbestos wings. Yes.
Asbestos wings.
Which would make for very pretty and glittery in the sun. Until you broke them and then inhaled death.
Question.
Answer.
What page was the weapons on in the rulebook?
It's not on a page, it's on a separate European expansion document. Unless you're looking for like the weapon, which
Just
in the same section as defense.
well, Ivy, could you be a dear and send me the link to the European expansion weapons, please?
Are you
Sure.
trying to look for a weapon in that specifically?
A knife.
Sounds pretty gay.
A knife.
So a messer. Okay, yeah, cool. We got those.
Kriegsmesser?
All right, so let's see. Europe, European combat weapons. That's probably the one. Let me take a look.
Could I also be
Yep.
linked to that as well?
Knives should be near the bottom. You all have fast knives. You go ahead and ignore the other.
It's loading. Is this the right one? I thought I put knife up at the top.
Should be at the top with the hand weapon.
Oh yeah, there. Yeah, it's up at the top. Okay, I am looking at the right one. That. Now, do you want me to send it in Telegram or in?
Telegram, please.
Okay, There you is. Blep.
Here is I. Thank you.
And now
Knife. Here we go.
Knife.
Fast. It's just a 1d4.
Yep. Got a 1 in 4 chance of critting and also critical failing.
Yeah. And does it have a fresh bonus or no?
Um.
These are things
I-
that I don't know anything about.
I don't think these would have had a fresh bonus since a lot of made with the creation at the station.
Okay.
So fresh bonus comes from things that have been like specifically crafted by a person, and you don't really get that if you're using a creation engine. You kind of get the flat stats. So there is still a use for crafting being a thing that you can do.
My weapons don't have a soul.
Yeah, it's got to have character.
So the butterfly knife that I got, is there anything I need to write down for that?
Yeah, you should probably maybe send the stats to Discord or me. I could probably do that.
All I know is I got a butterfly knife. I wrote down butterfly knife. I didn't know where to go with that.
Yeah, here I'll get you. Hold
You're
on.
probably like a 1d4, a 1d6, and a 1d4 or some shit. Who knows?
Yeah, I could also use that because I'm not entirely sure how the base system works.
Well, you got fast, medium, and slow attacks and conjured outcast basics.
Yeah.
Each one uses a different die.
For knives, fast is 1d4.
Not all knives. I
Well,
learned that when I was statting them.
this knife.
Yeah, that
These knives
knife.
that we currently
Yeah.
have.
And again, I am aware. I did the statting of the thing.
would Vivian's heirloom one have a fresh bonus?
Yes, the heirloom knife would have a fresh bonus of 5. Weight and length vary. This one, go with
Oh dear.
1 pound. Why not?
Oh
And
no.
length
Oh. Oh, who did that?
6 inches.
The
Who's being a weeb?
There you go.
So, on whose knife is this that you're talking about?
This is the butterfly knife. These are going to be the same stats for everybody's knife because you all got them from the station.
Oh, what
And
about
for
mine
Vivian,
slightly longer?
for Vivian's knife, you're going to have a medium attack. That's a 1d6 instead, and you got a fresh bonus of 5.
Do you want me to roll for the length of the Chris knife? Because
Uh,
those could be either small or quite large.
Let's go ahead and say you got a big Chris knife for a 1d variety's sake, and it's
Yeah,
got
that way I don't crit a bunch, because we know what I do with 1d4s, like the time I almost killed Kaida.
exactly with a fish.
With a salmon. Raw fucking salmon slab. 78 hit points gone.
Those are
Yeah,
heavy,
that
to
was
be
just.
fair.
We reasoned out that was just because it was a gigantic fish, right?
Yeah, so that was our best guess.
And let's say the Chris knife gets I don't know, a fresh bonus of its bone, so it's going to be kind of hard to fix it, but you're not going to get a whole lot of bonus for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just its only strength is it keeps its edge and stays sharp, but it doesn't like keep super duper fresh and pristine because it's a fucking tooth.
That's oh, hold on.
Why is that so confused?
I don't know. I guess they got a notification. Those stats.
Mm. Being confused porn cat. Oh, wise guys, eh? How about we have us a real quick understanding of things here?
Looks like we lost our shadow.
Oh, wise guy, huh? Gotta run off because you got the bad connection, sir.
Just
Here.
so everyone has stats for their knives.
Oh no, there
I
goes
believe
Olin
so.
too.
Oh no,
Do they have a power outage and/or Wi-Fi outage?
I don't. Maybe.
Wi-Fi.
Maybe it's Wi-Fi. I mean, we got time.
Oh. Scrape, 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 scrape. Wait, no, hold on. Where's my noisemaker?
That's just a
So-
zipper.
It is actually. So it's actually a toy, a little like cheap fucking crappy plastic toy. It's one of those tension disc launchers where you just put it in there and you
Oh yeah.
squeeze down and it shoots it. Yeah.
See.
But- You
Oh,
can make it
Wi-Fi
sound
cut
like
out,
it's
they
scraping
said.
on something. That's what I figured.
Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch.
So, hey, question about because I need to. I guess I should inform you what Zitron's creating.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He is creating a cooling rod.
Right.
So, because of that, wait a second here. So, because he's creating a cooling rod, I would still need to like roll for mana if I was to activate it. Correct?
Yes, you still have to follow rune logic. I mean, you have to roll to activate all of the circuit runes, but you can have stability runes that can save your ass if you get a low roll. That's essentially.
That is why I put 2 in there.
So you basically
make
get
sure.
2 rolls on all of when it gets activated.
I mean, there's only technically 4 and 2 are stability, so it's simple. The whole goal was to make the rod go from being just a chunk of metal to a super cooled piece of metal.
Yep, and you can do that, and it'll run for as long as it has mana to do so.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep.
So I have to roll by oh. Difficulty is 40, isn't it, for any kind of spell thing?
Oh no, you don't have to roll for difficulty when you're doing rune. You just have to worry about mana.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why mana
Roll for
crystals
available mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that will only apply to when you're creating a spell.
Okay. You guys don't make sense.
Yeah, so that's why golems, they have a bunch of mana crystals sticking out of them as, like, batteries and capacitors. Because you'll end up walking into places where there just, like, isn't any mana at all. Or very small amounts of it, and you want your runes to continue running, or at least important.
Perfect. I can put a mana crystal inside the tube. Well, don't think it's a hollow piece of metal. Oh, crap, I'd have to hollow it out.
Would have to hollow
It
it out,
might
which
be
takes
hollow.
way long. It's
It
like
was a lever.
it's a lever, yeah. So it's like flat stock. So if you wanted to put a mana crystal in that, you'd probably have to like solder it onto the side with like some metal band.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
Super glue the crystal to the
Super glue.
side.
Welcome to 5-minute runesmith.
Then Zitzer's gonna be getting reviewed on fucking Space Tube. Just why wouldn't you just install a bracket? I fucking love watching people get infuriated over 5-minute crafts. It's the
Fucking
best thing ever.
5-minute
You know, I
rune
kind of
craft.
think How To Basic is just making fun of that shit.
I honestly though, it's because they just do the like. At first I think they started to try and do the same thing, but then they realized nobody would believe it, so like fuck it, let's just be satire of it, and it works for them because they do some goofy shit in those videos.
Fucking, I'm pretty sure 5-minute crafts just trying to do worst possible way to do things.
Yeah,
I've done a really good job of it.
Alright, so I roll to put my finger in Olin's ear.
Alright, sure. Give me a stealth check.
No! I was just doing that to mess with him as soon as he got back.
Too late, you're putting your finger in bunny ear.
He's taller than me. I'd have to gore him.
Oh,
Hey, welcome back. Box noises.
disconnect your thingy.
No. The voice mod stays on.
Disconnect
okay.
your thingy.
The voice mod stays on
So-
during DMing.
Olin has transferred into my room so that he can see.
Okay.
So we're both here together.
Hi,
Hey, Daggy.
Olin.
Pretty gay.
Okay.
So someone's putting a finger in someone's ear, huh?
Help me to help you.
Shadow, you need like one of those audio splitters so that Olian can use their headphones while you're both in the same room.
No, I'm using the just speaker on my speaker and headphones. Well, the speaker and the
Speaker and the
all on my laptop.
and the speaker.
There you go. You got food.
Speaker and the microphone.
The microphone in your
Speaker, the
laptop.
speaker, and the
you
speaker, and
mean.
the speaker.
The one between the keys.
The
Yeah.
poison. Cusco.
Speaker, speaker, speaker,
Cusco's
speaker.
poison.
The speaker
Goes
for
Cusco.
Cusco.
Be that poison?
I feel like
Got it
you're
right
being
here.
good.
Of course, I'm always being good.
Judgment.
Man, Shadow's probably got like 10 characters by now.
All of them are
Plebeian.
skanks.
Okay.
Get on my level.
Moving on.
So,
Thank you.
Jade and Rabin get back to the ship. Vivian's trying on clothes and has figured out an outfit that they want to wear. The Bun is over in the point defense, bulking, I guess.
De-stressing.
De-stressing.
Decompressing.
Citru over in the command module, raping dust into the filter. And John is just doing some final checks on their flights.
Well, now that Bird and Borg are back, Raven will kind of like, oh hey, by the way, I got you a thing. He'll kind of just like flash the stylized hook end of the cable before just swinging back around and swacking it into her neural port. Ha! Here's the other one for you. This should be a much better cable.
Alright, you're definitely gonna have to give me a dexterity for that. Because you could just
Probably.
entirely miss.
That is true. It bounced off the back right.
Damn it.
Oops, I'm gonna hold still. Doink, doink.
I'm gonna do it again. Hold on. Just stop beating me. Okay, that's AC. Okay. Da. Got a 50.
Alright, that is going to be a success, but only barely.
Aha.
Slap it in there, and it's just kind of like barely hanging on. It's only there because it's curved and is like sort of resting on their neck at the same time.
Yeah. You just kind of like drape the other end of the cable over his shoulder. Got you a thing. Quit catching on fire.
Thank you. She's going to gently take what's in her neck out and just kind of look at it.
I never did ask what the transfer rate was on that cable. I kind of just went on looks alone, but I'm Bird. I'm that nerd.
Well,
So the hook and tape that they have so generously shoved onto is like this reinforced corner sort of connector, so that you don't like crimp and bend the cable if you wanted to lay down and do your thing instead of sitting.
Oh, that's nice. And is it still in the package, or did they take it out of the package, or was it ever in a package?
It wasn't ever in a package.
Okay.
Cable, on the other hand, is.
No. Is it in the clamshell again?
It's in it. Well,
It's in the sharpest thing known to the fucking universe.
Well, here we go again. She's gonna use her knife to gingerly cut it open without cutting the cable.
alright, get dex check.
Okay.
Don't cut it.
I'm not gonna cut it.
Maybe she should relax and heal a little.
No, she got new shinies. Her health is non-importance right now.
Slices his finger, fucking dies.
Yeah, paper cuts will do that to you. They're the most dangerous cuts known to man.
84.
84 will do it. This one was apparently packaged sensibly instead of being double sealed like the last one. And the plastic opens up pretty easily once you get one side cut open.
Yay. Does it say on the package what the transfer speed is for this one?
This is a 10 terabit per second cable.
That's good.
It's just like your
Not
old
amazing,
one.
but it is good.
Yep, it's just like my old one, and it's faster than the one that I bought.
But see, now you have to think about it. Because, well, the last time you went into a dangerous part of the internet, the only thing that saved your ass was the cable burning out.
Yeah. If she decides to go to the dangerous part again, she's gonna use her 5 terabit cable. But for anything else, she's gonna probably use her 10 terabit.
But if you use the 5 terabit one, that's going to be moving around, so.
True.
And if you use the 10, you have a better chance of not getting shot in the face.
Either way, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
It's not a bridge, it's digital, it doesn't exist.
Now you have bridges in digital space.
Still digital bridges.
It's not a
Digital
bridge, it's a
bridge,
digital bridge.
digital, if you would.
A digibridge.
A dridge.
Ah!
It's called a handshake. Two servers connect to each other through a data link. That's a bridge.
Yeah, and it's a dridge.
Would be Angie, but I can't be Angie because that's funny.
But yeah, so she will thank the bird, and she's going to sit down somewhere where there's a seat on the ship.
Yeah, there's the gunner's seat behind the pilot's seat that you can sit down at.
She's just gonna sit there for now. She's not actually gonna be gunner. Just.
It's a surprising comfy chair.
You're soft.
As you're sat there, it's almost like you're sort of sinking into it.
Is soft. That's all you get from Jade is soft.
Alright, so, Citroen, you're gonna get done final scraping.
Yay!
Finally! Why did they have to make stations out of such a strong material? Why can't they made out of tinfoil like the old days?
Citroen is the happy. They put their cooling rod up and they take their neck pillow off to go just find someplace.
Alright, Captain
They have a lot of
will
aggression.
tell everybody over a in-ship intercom that they'll be leaving ports and hindering in hyperspace. And they will probably want to either grab onto a crash bar or buckle themselves in.
Damn it. cushion the blow of hyper jump. Go, silicone. They just leave the thing
Like,
wrapped
I
up
would
and
to
inconspicuous, by
hang
the
on
way.
to.
They don't uncover whatever the fuck this large object is. But like they have made like a makeshift like neck guard out of it. It's all wrapped up. And they happily just stand there in preparation, leaned against the wall while holding onto a crash bar.
All right.
Bird will do similar.
They look pleased though from whatever's under those covers.
Well,
Comfortable
Comfy.
lizard.
Jade's gonna just go ahead and buckle herself in where she is, since she doesn't want to move, and
Okay.
she's gonna
The buckle's
start.
tight, and when you click it together, it cinches to you really tight, and your legs kind of disappear into the folds of the chair as it like sucks you in place.
It's just like, no.
It feels like all the blood in your legs gets sucked up into your body.
Oh, this is weird.
Oh, that's what that feels like.
I feel like I have no legs.
Well, as small as we are, you probably don't, realistically.
Yeah, the gunners can move pretty quick.
Olin is gonna look.
Olin is gonna look. Got it.
Did they
God
both
damn it,
disconnect
Bunny.
again?
And if he finds one, he's gonna grab it.
Finds one what?
Crashing him.
What do you? I
You're in
actually
a
didn't hear
seat.
what you said. You gotta lean over into the mic.
Come on, get up.
Get closer.
Olin is looking for a crash bar.
All right. There should be one in the stairwell that you're right next to.
Okay, he goes to hold on to the crash bar because he doesn't know much about what's going on. He's usually been on his planet, so none of this is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about Rabin?
Raven has. He's assuming the. Well, no, fuck it. He's grabbing a crash bar as well.
All right.
I was gonna say something about putting his back to the, in contrast to the direction the ship was traveling, but that just sounds like a really bad fucking idea.
That sounds like a bad idea, my dude. Bird goes squish.
So anyone who's near a window can see the station has been slowly drifting away as everyone's getting situated in place. And then you can hear John go, a deer, a female deer. Because remember, it's a spell song ship. It needs songs to do an operation. Ray,
Okay,
a streak of golden sun, and then the ship lurches aggressively. Everyone who's holding on to a crash bar, go ahead and give me a physicality roll.
And
Oh, no.
now the end is near. That's just basically what I would be singing. Ooh, 86.
Oh god.
Okay, Vivian, you're doing great. And I got a 3.
I love how your
20.
low rolls never cease to amaze.
Bird got a 20.
76 is what I got.
Oh, fuck. None of the
If I
fuck.
could attempt to use some
Don't worry, we all failed because they've got over 100.
Like, I doubt an extra D12 is going to do any good with a 3.
Jade is sitting down in a seat that is buckled.
I am a strong warrior with my 86, and then I go flying.
Alright,
Knowing my luck, I would hold on to the bar fine, but the bar wouldn't be well attached to the ship. Never let go!
maybe in a crash. But no. Anyone who got below a 20, so Vivian, you kind of lose grip, and you're gonna take 10 points of damage. kind of tumble a little bit.
It's hurt.
Oh, please don't hit me! Please don't hit me!
That's a lot of kitty cat rolling real
Not a
fast.
cat.
And you said below a what again? I kind of missed
20.
it.
20.
20. Bird got exactly 20.
Yeah, you're fine.
Huh.
Just barely.
Jade is the only smart one who sat down.
So
Well,
Vivian
then
was
again-
a little distracted and wasn't holding on very well, and then yoink.
I don't know if that'd actually be that lucky because, you know, while you're standing up and your arms might get hurt, you're sitting down and you suddenly get whiplash. When a problem comes along, you must whip it.
So, yeah, I know, right? This
Oh,
time when
yeah,
you go into hyperspace band, you actually push past the infrared range, unlike last time, and there's this massive crack that ripples from the front of the ship to the back, and you can almost feel yourself separate from your body for a second before you snap back to it, and you can visually see space again whipping by as like these colorful points of prismatic light.
Gravity.
And you can
Shut
actually
up.
see the ship maneuvering around stellar masses as it flies through space.
Ooh.
Oh, that's bird.
And
He's
if that
pretty.
track was longer, I would not find different background.
You just figure out how to loop them like I did.
No, it's looped. It just doesn't like built. That's the problem. Built to be a short.
Built to loop, forced to stop.
Yeah.
While the how long is it going to take for us to get to our destination in warp?
Well, are you asking that after you've stopped freaking out?
Yes.
Okay. So, Captain's gonna look down at one of his consoles, look back to you. Says we'll be at the derelict in about an hour. Just
Okay. Cool.
All right. Perfect time for me to.
That will give me enough time to sort through my research.
Wait, let's research.
Well, the actual research, and I've got to sort out the research from the taxes.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Better keep your pants on while you're doing that, Missy.
No, because the folder moved. I had to go to a different back way to get into another folder that had these, and it had more taxes that I had to download.
You're used to having going to
Did you-
back doors.
Did you ever turn her nipples off, or are they still blinking yellow?
Oh no, they're still yellow because she's just tired. Was yellow? No, they're just blinking yellow right now.
You might want to turn those off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She will turn her nipples off.
There you go, champ.
And she's gonna open up her laptop and ask the VI if there were any viruses or anything hidden in any of the pictures.
Just VI fist fighting a virus on the screen.
Alright. Let's find out. Also, if you guys decide to walk around the ship right now, it's gonna feel kind of laggy. Like you're gonna go to move and then it's gonna take your body a second to actually.
Yeah. And now I'm just. You put one foot in front of the other. Soon enough, walking. Zitroon's slow attempt to get towards the back of the ship in privacy.
Bird is just gonna kind of sit down next to the wall where they're just like, oh hell no. There's a reason I've been sober for the past fucking day.
Would Jade be somewhat used to this, or no?
You're not used to it immediately, but the longer you're in it, the more of your memory comes up to the surface, and you start kind of getting a feel for your warp legs, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that's if you get out of the chair at all. It kind of has a grip on you.
She's not getting out of the chair anytime soon.
All right.
Too comfy. Yeah.
Wrong.
The tongue, though.
It's probably going to take her probably about an hour to at least sort through all the taxes and research.
Well, probably gonna take a long time.
Here we
She
go.
can be on that the entire trip.
Some Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh no, you're gonna get the whole string tucked down.
Oh no! It's not. It just sounds like
Oh,
Thematically, it's similar.
thematic related.
I'm
Second
down to
cousin, third time.
47 feet of copper wires.
Yeah.
just waiting for someone. Who's doing the moan?
Nobody's doing the moan.
I think Vivian is going to attempt to find someplace a little bit easier to hold on or stay secure, because she doesn't want to hit another wall when the ship stops. She was distracted and
Still in the middle of looking at themselves. Oh, this is a nice one. Ah!
Oh yeah.
I am on the ceiling now. That would be a cool way to get to the top of the stairs, though.
Where's my kitty tub?
So Vivian, looking around, you see that there are in fact some crash bars, like all throughout the entire ship, pretty much at hip height. That they definitely weren't there before, even when you left the other station. But it seems like now that they're here, you can see that they're actually folded out from slots built into the walls themselves.
Ow.
well, she is going to hang out near a good set of those. That way, when it is time, she can properly brace herself with multiple layers.
That's a good idea.
Yeesh.
Ow. Yeah, hair. It's a pain in the ass. I should just shave it off.
So
If
Vivian
anybody
is
does see her, she looks a little bit silly because she is wearing, on her upper torso, she is wearing a vest. On her lower torso, she is wearing a vest. And on her hips, she is wearing a skirt. Like one of those tight ones, not like a frilly one or anything.
Yes, I see.
So she looks like business cat. I think it is going to be like a
Business cat.
dark gray with pink stripes.
busy Cato.
If you mix cat and horse, you get coarse.
Yeah. I don't know, horse. You tell me.
Cat and a horse, you get furry porn.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Fair point.
You get half of Ivy's gallery. That's technically horse and skunk.
Anybody going to doing anything during the hour of hyperspace travel besides
I am.
Citroen? I said besides Citroen.
Yeah.
You know what Jade's doing?
Bird's just kind of hanging out.
I am not sure what Vivian would be doing aside from admiring clothes.
I'm going to be using the creation engine itself as a shower. After, of course, doing what I promised and recycling the water and all the kiddie poolness.
Alright.
Interesting.
Olin is just gonna hold on to the bar and have the put his rubber ball in his mouth, basically, and he's just gonna brace and wait until it's over. He just didn't want to go anywhere in the first place.
And you could affix a couple of straps to that thing and make it a little easier to hold on to.
You'd never lose it.
Situation going on in his mouth. Very, very awkward for him to start helping people and then have a ball in his mouth like that. I mean, yes, he doesn't normally.
You can't win.
We've been doing this for too long.
Any viruses or anything Jade should worry about?
No.
Syphilis. What the hell?
So how many actual pictures of research did she get out of all the taxes?
My brain isn't giving me a definitive answer. We're gonna roll for it. This apparently is an updated pack with 87 pictures hidden amongst all of 4,000 porn.
Woo!
Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to make sure I didn't break. All right.
So 87 new pictures for research.
And it's all like power armor pictures or stills taken from videos of Terrans doing something that aren't strictly natural. Like, lifting a tank with one hand. Or lightning from their fingers. There's one picture of a Terran going up the precursor and like.
Ooh. She is making these noises as she's looking through it. Just woo. Taxes, taxes, taxes. Research, research. Taxes, taxes, taxes.
I imagine
Right.
she making some of those noises about the taxes too.
Huh?
I think she might be making some of those noises about the taxes too.
Yeah. And just a couple favorite taxes. Research.
They're good taxes.
She's even got even got her favorite taxes folder. This is good. Favorite taxes.
The 401k.
Ooh, this is going in the 401k folder.
It's all
401 clocks.
Alright.
Did it's all what?
What?
all
I said-
clocks
Isn't that-
spelled with a K. Okay. So you guys fly there for an hour. Everyone gets kind of a little bit bored about it before you hear the captain come over the intercom saying that he's dropping out of warps, grab onto something. People that do grab onto a thing instead of buckling themselves into the chair, go ahead and physicality check.
Random question. If you're inside the creation engine, would you have to grab onto something?
You just get groped by a swarm of nanites flashing crash mode across their surface.
So when you're dropping in and out of warp, the creation engine actually shuts down briefly.
Okay.
So
So
Good
she doesn't
thing
get
thinking of
jolted too much.
yeah. So what's gonna happen is you'll be taking a shower, and then the lights will go out, and you'll just kind of slam against the wall that you're already only an inch away from anyways.
oh, I rolled and it was only a 46-minute shower, so I had time to spare.
Okay, so yeah, you'll be out of the shower by then.
So Vivian
In
got
time
a
to
30
grab.
this time. She was better prepared.
What'd you
She
get this
learned.
time?
What do I get?
What Vivian get?
Ah,
She got a 90.
Oh, okay.
I got a flat 20. Citron's still a little groggy from his shower.
Olin got a 44.
Burb got a 13. He
All
was
right.
gripping, but Bird got yorded.
So Vivian is actually the only one that managed to hold on this time, as everyone else just kind of you drop out of warp. There's that initial lurch that you were expecting, and then you think it's over, and there's another one.
Ah!
Yes. Hold on. I would like to roll for, I guess, reaction to see if Citron's quick, smart enough to put his neck pillow in front of his face before it hits the wall.
Take the pillow into the shower with, or no?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Roll physicality, or no, smarts.
69. Nice.
All right. So
Yeah.
you do think to put the neck pillow in front of your face. It's very soft.
Mm.
Doesn't break your neck at all.
Just a thunk. Mm. Mm.
It's not the heaviest you've been sat on before.
You never did really weigh a lot, Edie.
And Shadow, you can hear the captain kind of swear under his breath, calling mechanic a half-wit.
Jade's gonna kind of. Why is the mechanic a halfway, Captain?
The price of lotion is too damn high.
It's not. The engine's working. Have to get it fixed at a different station.
Okay.
He limped it instead of actually fixing it.
And as the captain turns around, you see a couple of looking at our red where they shut off.
Ah. I see. Well, she's gonna close her laptop and unbuckle herself from the chair.
Okay, when you click the button on the buckles, the straps kind of loosen and float away for a little bit, like they don't have gravity in a particular spot. Just the buckles.
Do her legs come back?
You do feel the pressure release on your legs, but the chair is also still wrapped around you like clay. So it's going to take a little bit of effort to wriggle out of it, but you can eventually.
Yeah, she is gonna wriggle out of the chair.
Alright, everyone, meet up and go over the plan of attack.
Put my things away. Very.
Oh, heading that way. Making
Is
sure rubber ball is in mouth still, not in throat.
is everybody okay?
Bird just kind of walks in, beak a little scuffed up. Yeah, no, we're good. Fine.
I am absolutely wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Jade is going to gently pet the beak.
Horns are nice
Alright,
and tender.
if you'll direct your attention outside, it's been a while since before. We've got a pleasure cruiser class ship over here. Get the other woman. Guy will go on to the ship. Ever so helpful.
A booty barge.
That
Like,
it's got
booty as in goods and bounty.
it has
It's a double entendre and
massive
it works.
structural damage on the port side. Way that we're going to be getting onto the ship, the PI has already scanned it and has given a map itself down in the station bay. If anybody goes onto the ship, we're going to give it directions. I can't materials, HUD, put on a spaceship, spacesuit. I'm still suffering some effects of the warp or my lag.
It's okay. We all have brains that don't exist at times.
Yep, it'll take a minute for mine to catch up. So we're going to be sending drones in
I
first.
smell colors.
Just PI has indicated that there is biological signs on the ship, but there is also a lack of atmosphere compartment. So we don't know what kind of condition is going on in there, why the state it is. The damage appears to have come from inside of the ship, might have been a reactor purpose to get us of real. There are scans of a gated biomaterial around the ship, so might be dealing biochemical warfare agent of some variety, but we'll find out more once I'm going to need to put on navigation pilot drones. One of you stay up here with help guide them because they don't get all the information down there. Again, air gapped them here, and one of you lucky fallen up. It's that
Just Raven kind of holds her hand up. Yeah, I'd like to help pilot.
Hmm. I suppose if it's necessary, I could put on a suit. I'm not afraid. Yo, would a suit even work with horns?
You should come be a pilot.
But horns?
But pilot. And not direct danger.
I'm not afraid to die.
Well, that's good, but you could come pilot and not have to worry about not being afraid to die.
But I'm not worried about not being afraid to die. I'm expressly lacking emotion thereof of the negative connotation. Why is this such a thing for you?
You know what? I'm just
Vivian's like,
offering.
I can pilot if you want. Or,
Good.
yeah, or I could go out. It really just kind of depends on where you need me.
Do we send the bunny out because he's the tallest?
Ooh, he would have an easier time reaching handles and things.
I nominate myself to go out there. That means I get to help, but also be away from other people asking for help.
I
But
mean, you could
also
help
have
us
people
out by
over
going out there.
communications asking for help.
Jade, I can help pilot, probably.
Alright, well, okay, but there's navigation. And then there's up here, and then there's one of us that goes out there.
But I'll do navigation.
Bird's gonna hop up into the little chair designated for drone control.
Okay, then. So we've got 1 and 1. So who's going to fill which slot and which other slot? It's fine.
Vivian's gonna make her way over to the other drone pilot thing. Just to fill the space.
Ellen, do you want to panic while you float out in space, or do you want to panic while you sit in a chair?
I will panic floating out in space, damn you!
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, the big actual loneliness. Enjoy your time out there. We'll try not to let the plant monsters eat you.
That's if we need it, mind you, so he can still safely panic in the corner over there if you want.
Yeah, just do. Tell me what the drones tell you, and then I'll know. I really want to go out there. I mean, yeah, sure.
They don't say anything because they're drones.
They don't speak. They just beep.
But you can see. No.
Do you speak beep? I didn't think so.
Beep.
Beep, beep.
Just beep.
So I assume that by this time Vivian has completely healed, because
Yeah.
it's been over an hour since her meeting with the wall.
Thump.
Jade is gonna cut her a slice of one of her apples off and eat it.
All right.
I
Yeah.
remember how Citrus just ate the entire thing.
Just hump.
Yes. Apple. Wow.
Core and all.
Bird is going to attempt to, while they're waiting to do stuff, he's going to attempt to polish out the scuff in their bill. Or beak, I guess.
All right. So John is going to guide Fun down to the creation, type in a couple of codes that don't relate to any search query that you pop up, and it's going to print out a spacesuit for you. Going to hand it, tell you get dressed up, and he's going to punch in another set of codes, and it's going to pop out a little, almost UFO saucer shaped drone, and he's going to put that into your arms, all suited up. All right, ships that way. Take the walkway up the stairs in front of the ship, open to atmosphere, and float your way towards the other ship. Or you're tied off to this one. Get there. Drone doesn't have enough thrust capabilities to get there by itself. That's why we're having you take it. And if you hear any weird noises, ignore.
That concerns me mildly. That if I hear weird noises, I should be ignoring them. But okay. So I'm. Olean, of course, has the suit on and everything, and has the drone in his hands, and heads towards the bridge. Looks at the ship. Ties himself to the ship's, and yeah, he's going to the ship.
So
Yeah.
you kick off of the walkway, start heading towards the ship, and then you realize, wait, the suit doesn't have any maneuver.
Best not miss.
No, there's a simple fix for that.
I assume the drone can help a little bit.
The drone can help a little bit, but they don't know that. And they're mostly on course. They're on
Mostly.
target to at least get themselves inside of the massive.
Watch out for the rebar. Or rebar because it's in space.
Donk.
And let's see. So the person doing navigation, you get to this once they get the drone and
We
posted it to random.
Okay, I see it.
Red ring is vibration sensing range. The black ring, manipulator range. Green ring is size.
Okay.
That red box on the right side is an obstruction, a doorway. There is another doorway to the left that leads to a maintenance way that drone can fit, but a person cannot. Let's see. Data does drone transfer back now that it's in.
Carnage everywhere.
Yes, carnage everywhere, pretty much. That's what the visual sensor. Vibration sensors give a fluttering heart rhythm as a signal going back.
Oh, spooky.
That's nice. Spoopy.
The bunny can stay with Rhett. They only have limited oxygen though, so it's probably a good idea to come back.
Well, doesn't he need to bring it to that place for the drone to go through the door?
Yeah, the drone's at the other ship now. It's able to explore on its own. See that it's moving around with maglev.
All right, so he proceeds to turn around, kick back towards the main ship.
Go ahead and autonomous one.
That means you photograph your result and send it to him in the mail.
We'll get the results in 3 to 6 business.
Okay.
So what'd you get?
I got 26.
26. Alright. Gonna mark that. As you're heading back, yep, your vision kind of gets a little free and kind of lose track of where the ship you're going to is. And you look down at your tether, and it just kind of fades out of existence after a bit. Try to look back to the ship where you jumped from, and it's already gone. And you're just surrounded by space. Vast, empty of it. For light in all directions.
Well, at least it's quiet.
Nihilist bunny noises.
Guess this is one way to take a vacation. A very, very long vacation.
Let's see. The one getting navigation data, you can see that their suit is coming back with a biology error. They've somehow gotten some sort of psionic effect attached to them. And they're not responding to audio.
Well, she's going to alert the captain to this.
Captain will kind of frown slightly. That's good.
She's going to see if she can get any other data from the suit. Make sure he's still alive, that is.
What sort of data are you
Looking for vitals, any suit breaches, or anything else physically connected to the suit.
Okay. Physically connected to a scan, and there appears to be a piece of spine on one of the
A piece of what? Meat?
piece of flesh.
Ooh. She's going to tell the captain about that.
All right. Put them back to something else. Go down. Have someone go down to creation. Bring out the rubber.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna get on the intercom. Excuse me, can someone go to the creation engine and manifest a deep scrubber, please?
This small gremlin just horns. I like to imagine, like, if there's a camera, like, when they get off of a seat, you just see, like, the top of their head and horns in frame. They're gonna wander themselves down to go be nosy with the machine.
Just its little imp.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Bird is listening and opts to getting a better look at the at the lump of meat. Like, what is this? With the drone.
Alright. So you go over to the meat and give it a scan. And you're actually getting something on the audio channel coming. And it's not
Ooh.
transmitting directly to you. It's actually being translated into text. Let me grab section text.
I don't like this. This is good.
Good for who?
Yes.
Not you, that's who.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, this might be good. Yeah, we're getting text messages. You're getting text messages from a thing on my foot, and I think I'm in the void of space.
You don't know this. You're just
You're out in
having
the void of space right now. It'll be fine.
Yeah, because perfectly okay with this because there's no one that needs help in the void. Well,
You don't know that?
there happens to be a
As
really tall
McGinty's
bunny
need
that
help
needs help
too.
out in void of space. Why the fuck you so tall, goddammit? Just grumbly bird noises.
Who'd you steal all that tall from?
Yo,
Tell
mama.
Tom
all
was
of you,
good.
it was a curse.
Zitrun has got the scrubber. He's amused by what it looks like and wonders if he can use it as a menacing weapon.
Alright. The bunny is slowly floating back towards the ship, and you kind of go along the catwalk out for them. And before they manage to get within reach, they just kind of stop face as if they've like bumped into glass that isn't there.
Just dunk.
Contemplating a holding breath and yoinking the tether. Don't make the little fucker angry. He'll climb the damn tether out in his face and stab you.
Bird is opted to scribble down the text files that he's read. Just square onto the table with a I will say with the back edge of the blade of his knife. Just,
You know the computer has a notepad, right?
and I wanted to write them down. Because what
Okay.
happens when the computer stops working? We won't have that data. See, now I have the data because it's written, it's physical.
What if it gets wet or
Talking
catches
about
on
a
fire?
physical notepad. There's a paper notepad on computer.
Bird just quickly switches to writing on that instead and doesn't make further comments.
I would like to pull the tether to try and retrieve my bunny.
Okay. Give me a physicality.
With those dense muscles they use, little man.
You're like, give me my bunny back.
Oh no. Their arms are tired from masturbation. They got a 20 win. I got a fit. Yes. Mark it. Mark it.
No, it's a success.
Damn you! I was over here about to put 1 out of 100 fails. Why must
Accidentally
you?
yorts bunny into wall. Just bonk.
Okay, so you're pulling in the tether, pulling in about 50 feet of it before it seems to get caught on something momentarily or breaking loose. And you look at the area where it seems to kind of fold over and catch on something, there's nothing there in space. And
Very appropriate response.
you can pull the bun the rest of the way into the ship. And once they're actually, inside of the atmosphere of the Bunny, you can actually see the ship again now. And see Zitrun staring down at you as you're laid there on the catwalk.
Don't. I was. Space
Don't.
ship.
Calm down. This is not going to hurt. And then menacing scrubber.
What is that? What is going on? I blinked here now. What?
Over the intercom. Hurry up and decontaminate them before it spreads.
Close your eyes and think of home. It'll be over soon.
Why am I thinking of home?
Just
Home is where
without
work is. Home is where work is. Home is where work is.
without responding, proceeds the. It's one of those. Listen, you're getting clean whether you want it to happen or not.
Vigorous scrubbing.
It sounds like a dentist. Well, one of those pneumatic drills.
It makes the sound.
It
In
makes
the
the
sun
sound.
hits your eye like a fan too much to
I miss darkness. It was my old friend.
Take fun damage.
Take one damage. I'm not getting
What?
back down
There,
there.
you've been thoroughly cleaned. Zitrun contemplates cleaning themselves as well.
Once the gunk has been cleaned off of the that they were holding, you can actually see the other station again.
No, that's where it went. Out of view. That's what happened. Yep.
Zitrun's contemplating throwing the boot into space.
Don't we do that?
I know they cleaned it, but they still are really contemplating just, we don't need this boot. I would like to look around for something to contain the boot in, for I do not trust any footwear, let alone boots.
You mean foot prisons?
Oh god, my head.
They're beginning to place for not immediately available. This area is pretty much kept empty so that you can capture small pieces of stuff and rip it apart from inside the ship. If you wanted a place to store the boot, you would have to make it from the creation.
Damn. Well, you know what? No, I will leave the boot here, and I will go trade more of my copper wire to the creation engine for a containment box, preferably one that can make some sort of anaerobic environment that would be completely clean.
Like a Faraday cage?
No!
No.
Faraday cages are for radio waves.
Faraday cages are for any.
Yeah, radio waves.
Alright, tell you what. How much is a fair trade? 5 or 10 feet of copper?
The VI and kind of tilt their head. Question mark.
Alright. I need you to make me a box to contain a biohazard in, and I'm willing to give you more mass in exchange for it.
Okay. They say okay. And they will bring up a copper-plated box.
Zitrun, since they didn't get a definitive answer, we'll trade them 5 more feet of copper wire.
The copper wire just and a small sized box pops out. It's actually a box.
Zitrun returns and captures the boot. They are not taking chances. They're not used to space, and they know that things that are dangerous go in boxes.
Right? Select from the bun, put it in the box. Bun, but
Kind of safe now.
The bunny feels violated in every way, form, or fashion. Not only mentally violated by whatever the fuck made it seem like it was in outer space and the point of it, but physically violated by a brush and a weird thing doing that. Telling him to think of home, the worst place he can think of.
Wow, that's oddly racist of you.
Oh,
Doesn't want
I
to
mean,
think
just
of home, that's where work is.
because you're tall doesn't mean you have dominion over the small. Kind of fucked up, bro.
The small shall rise.
Shorty Squad.
Riddlin squad can hide the entire player group. If I could actually word, you could hide the entire play group in one of the storage cabins.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't help I was
That
trying
means
to say it tongue twister.
So how tall is the bunny?
What? How tall is the bunny? His exact height. He isn't that tall. How tall is he? 6 foot. 6 foot.
Oh,
Okay. So he's
Bird
not.
is 6'2",
Well, so the
or
bird is the
4'2".
tallest one.
No, Bird is 4'2". I misspoke.
Okay.
so Bunny is Pole, Kitty is Lord, and everyone else is small.
they have horns.
Jade is the squishiest.
Ah, true. You have flesh.
Okay, so does the one piloting the drone want to move anywhere? There's that
Yes.
Okay. Where?
Let me see here. Let me just give. Let's see. Let's peek through that. Let's peek through that drone-sized hole.
Right? Peek into what amounts remains of a ventilation shaft, and it intact enough that the maglev is it as a walkway.
Oh,
Wide enough that
perfect. Let's go do some exploring. Bird ventures forth.
ventureth forthwith come to a set of grates eventually, which block your forward progress, but it looks like a good bash. Knock.
What about manipulator arms and other things?
Yeah, you got the. You can kind of careful, but if you want.
Bird would like to wiggle the grate and see if they can get it to come loose.
All right. Uh,
Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Weep, 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 weep.
Stab them both.
okay. So you manage to get the grate quietly. Now you're here.
Ah, this is excellent. Bird begins the scan.
Okay. Doing a quick scan of the area, you can see that there is remains of a door south. It is half closed on one side and at an odd angle on the other side, as if something tried to pull it apart but fucked it up and managed to wedge it in place.
Ugh.
And immediately to the north, there's a lump of flesh kind of extending a little bit into that you're in and blocking up what is probably the rest of the access tunnel, that route that you're at.
Hmm.
Or not access, walkway.
Yeah.
The paths that the fleshy thing take.
Yes.
Immediately in your scanning radius on the other side of the door, you can detect biosignature, but life signs are returning null. So there's something fleshy over there that's dead, and uh, right about where the floor is, middle of this, there's another one of those.
And Bird would like to adventure one square up to get a little better of a scan.
All right. What kind of scanner are you gonna do on it? Full scan.
So you said the black was vibration and the red was sensory of some kind. I blanked a little bit.
The red is your sensor range, and the black is your manipulation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a general scan. I know there's probably not going to be an atmosphere kind of a thing, but just see if there's anything unusual in the void of in this vacuum environment.
All right. You're getting more of that genetically manipulated flesh, and when you do another scan of that, I'm gonna grab an text for data.
Anything coming up on navigation?
Give
Okay.
Ah, yes, the horrors of space. And the worst part is, shit like this is possible. Not necessarily probable, but definitely possible.
At least it's the horrors of space and not the horrors of the warp.
There's a difference.
Hmm.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
well,
You might have been in the warp for a few minutes.
not really a big difference, but as much, well, unless you listen to literally anybody who refuses to believe that, GW's and fucking is valuable at all.
They bitches. It's gonna be right
Yeah.
there. They be bitches.
all right. So that's text you get back from scan of biological matter that's in the environment. As for navigation data, it appears floating on a 3-axis rotation base, traveling at about 1 meters per second. The ship that you're on is based with it and rotating around it in orbit that is station locked so that it's always pointing at it. So far, have not detected any astrological anomalies that alter each ship's course, and the AI has plotted the path that the take to space, accounting for the Earth's mass it's moving, and it looks like it would eventually crash into a colonized planet if left unattended.
Jade, Captain. I've
Yes?
looked at the navigation data, and it looks like if we were to leave this ship unattended, it would crash into this planet here.
Habited?
Yes, it's colonized.
Oh, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Does
How
that mean
long?
we get to make a snowman out of beef?
What?
What?
God, every time I scan these things, they come up with just weird shit to say. This one said something about making snowman out of beef. What's beef?
But
Deliciousness.
are there any life signs on the ship?
No, I don't. Not yet. It's mostly just weird biogoop. He just kind of tosses the notepad over. Look at this weird shit.
You actually get a beep from your monitor, and for a couple of seconds there is actually a heart going about 350 beats per second, and then it goes quiet again.
What the fuck? There's something. It's gone now, but there was something. In what direction was the ridiculously fast heart beeps going from?
Directly to your north.
Sounds like your heart, dude. Oh, fuck!
Kyle.
Bird-piloted beep boop will maneuver a few squares, say 3 squares north.
Alright.
And Vivian's sitting there with him, observing, right?
It's
Yeah.
totally weird that Zitrun has idly just kind of wandered slowly, ever so slowly, toward where the gun, one of the point defense systems are, just in case they have to sit in it.
Fair enough.
That is reasonable. Did you hear the comments about the snowman made of beef?
He's heard a lot, and he's just eating a lot.
We're at a fair. Oh, what do I care? Heavy Med follows you to the nearest places. What?
Neatest places.
I know, I misread that one too. Because my handwriting isn't great. He kind of like holds up the wingies. These aren't the greatest for writing. The feathers get in the way.
Can I have a feather if it falls out? If one falls out?
Oh, sure. Fuck what I use them for. I'm not one of
Can't
those
you
pussy
fly?
birds. What? What'd you say?
Can't you fly?
It's kind of like gliding.
Or is it falling with style?
It's more like gliding. Or we don't fall, we glide.
Gracefully?
Quite gracefully. And sometimes with pokey bits and guns.
Alright, that's what I expected.
She will hand the notepad back and look back at her screen.
Getting it up.
Yay.
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 This is an
It was
impressively
a-
long song.
It's
No, it's
loopy.
just.
Oh. Yeah, bird is gonna munch a persimmon. Just scrunching sounds.
Fun. No. Updating map. 4.4.
I know. Oh, by the way, what program are you using? That's pretty neat looking.
This is Ibis Paint.
Alright, like I said, pretty neat looking.
I think it's what Wolf uses to draw. Either that or I think he uses that or SCICO or whatever. SCICO. Yeah. Nerds like Foxo and Wolf have too much skill.
He's right, you know.
But you know what they don't have? A candy cane to make them do Destiny for 3 days.
Under leveled at that! Angie!
I was happy to do it though, it was fun.
And Nerd hasn't even gotten online yet to see.
But
Yeah, well, you know what? None yet.
the mightiest of all weapons.
If I ever make a machining company, I'm gonna call it Nunya Machining.
Yeah, I would.
Alright, you get an updated map from the ship scan.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, snap.
There has been beep boopery. What is
The
this yellow goop?
yellow boop are non-responding piles of flesh.
Let us scan yet another non-responsive pile of flesh and gain exposition that makes no sense in this context. Yes!
Alright. You scan another one of the non-responsive piles of flesh, and you actually get a genetics one.
Oh,
The VI tells you that they're going to need more scans before they can gather what this was and
copy that. Do some more looking. Now where's my AP or where's my ATAD scan out read out things about the about the genome? It must be sequenced! Or just put in a .zip file, I don't care.
Just uncompressed mid thing.
Yeah, no, I could give you an actual DNA sequence, but I didn't prepare for that, so I'm not gonna.
That's fair.
That's fine. From what I hear, DNA sequences are very long.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, they stretch to and from the moon several times, keeping in mind that from Earth to the moon you can fit all of the planets, including Pluto. Because apparently you have to say that now.
Still waiting for them to make it a planet again.
They're thinking about it. Okay, so you don't get any readings from non-responsive flesh pile about any more of that, but from locked section, you actually get another text. Grab that.
Also, Bird is curious as to where all of these rather nonsensical notes are coming from, as scanning meat doesn't typically result in, stuff.
Perhaps you're scanning their last memory.
Yeah, there was psionics involved, so those are typically MF stuff. Fucking stuff.
What the hell?
Bird scrolls down again and just starts reading off. Separate signature? Nice. It's a night on the town. But you're feeling kinda, I know, I'm a pure insecticide. If you touch it, you might catch you later. This is moderately disconcerting.
It sounds like it's. I don't know. It kind of feels like it's almost mimicking conversations that are around or trying to learn. I know I might be jumping ahead a little bit, but I've seen too many sci-fi movies. Leave me alone.
Bird would like to move up 2 over to the right 3.
Here.
Trying to
two,
avoid walking in the middle of the room. Good idea.
Shut up. I haven't played too many space horror games where walking in the middle of the room equals death. You don't
Bold of you
know.
to assume that this is like Dead Space.
Hey, no, Dead Space gets you from the walls with the vents and the stuff. I was thinking more Alien Isolation with the, oh, I didn't look at that ceiling vent hard enough and now my skull is forfeit.
Please
now
don't
my
remind me of
skull is
Alien
become
Isolation.
forfeit.
I still have nightmares of when I played it in VR.
It's so spoopy.
You think it's spoopy regularly? You should try it in VR. It's extra spoopy.
10 out of 10 needs more spoop.
10 out of 10 could you?
Xenomorphs are big!
They are, and they give zero fucks about your hiding situation.
It was fine until I pulled out the revolver and I heard the worst sound you could.
Click.
I heard click. Oh no.
Oh, you know what the best part is? Your revolver, that revolver literally isn't strong enough to punch through the chitin on a Xehanort's body.
Right. Here's another update. You got an open doorway to your right. Drone can easily fly through. And there's actually a most humanoid-looking figure. It's smaller than the other piles of tumors. But you can see that they are very much still encased in much of this whatever it is that happened. There's free-floating pustules, whitish ichor, and ish mass on their swollen flesh, and it almost looks like they got oil from the inside out. They don't have a skull.
Your skull was in fact made forfeit. This is concerning.
There's still the rest of their head, but their brain and skull is gone.
Would like to do a scan again.
Can we tell what kind of species it might have been?
You're close enough to actually get your manipulators out to all file. I've already scanned the one in the forequarter. You're gonna get 4 sets of DNA. You'll actually get an extra one from child. Presumably it's a child. I don't know. Might be fucking hard to tell. Things based on.
It might have just been a small.
Might have just been a small.
This, if we account for the loss of skull and the saggage of the head, this individual looked to have been at least 5'11".
Hold on a second.
What an ass.
Does looks similar to you? I don't like that. I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong on that point.
What do you hope you're wrong on?
I was looking at this map and the diagram of the ship that you sent. I'm seeing a lot of similarities here. I just really hope I'm wrong.
It's us, but from the future!
I just really hope I'm wrong in thinking that it's a different version of us or something.
Oh, so you want it to be us, not a different.
No, I hope I'm wrong that it is a different version of us.
Wow, how rude of you to assume that that's us. Wow, what if there's someone else? Why can't they have their own identity?
It's just a hunch, but I just really hope I'm wrong on this one. This is the first time I hope I'm wrong.
No, you can't be wrong. You have to be right.
Hell freezes over when Candy Cane's right and not racist.
Shut.
Don't be racist, beep boop.
I'm not even being racist.
You're assuming these alternate configurations of life are us. That's pretty presumptuous and racist. God.
No, I'm not. If you shut up.
Your attention is drawn away from your bickering by another heartbeat signal coming from the sensor. This one's much slower, only 10 per second, but it's there for half the time as the last one.
How long did it last?
About 2 seconds.
I'm going to. Is it possible to move towards the heartbeats?
Can we tell which one or which direction or whatever it came from?
It came from the west.
The west, so would it have been that lump of flesh that was right there next to us?
The vibration sensor isn't sensitive enough in this model to detect exactly where it came from, but it can pick out a general quadrant that it came
Okay, so it's just somewhere to the west.
somewhere in that left third slice of the pie.
So did you say the goo in the door there off to their west was able to be passed by the scanning beep boop?
The door under the pink zone is a maintenance vent that fly the drone. Pink and red zone blocked off by this wall of flesh.
Hmm.
That is also the side that the have.
Jade's going to talk to Raven. Have you scanned the wall of flesh that's blocking off the door?
I think I have. Let me scan it. Let me check again. I don't remember. Did Raven scan that? I'm pretty sure he did.
Been doing passive scans within the red circle. Would have scanned it a couple of times by now, but if you want to go over there and scan it again, you can.
Let's give it a good once over. Let's give it a good scan, right up close.
Alright, so you get up close to it, grab some text.
Some honey in this tea. It's terrible. Not sweet.
Go. And again, this is on the audio channel getting translated into text.
Is it getting translated from like a different language, or is it just like
Translator is actually having a little bit of a hard time going through it because it's not any single language, changing every other line.
Oh. Where did my cup go? Oh no, I spilt it. Damn. Yeah, that's why I got this little rag here.
Okay, board is returned. I was getting that delicious bee spit.
Vivian's kind of squinting at the text? She's like, "Do you think you could be singing?"
Well, that's not unheard of for survivors themselves. Past the time, pretty boring. Self, past day. I don't know if anyone's still alive on the ship.
I keep getting pings of heartbeats. But the first time it was well over 200, or was well over 300. And then the second time was just the briefest of blips at like 10 beats per minute. And also these like Vivian was saying, is this all these what appear to almost be lyrics. But sometimes they're pretty nonsensical.
So we've got a ship with something that can survive in the vacuum of space, flapping around in sections that do not have any artificial gravity, and a sentient flesh ball that's singing, and it's on a crash course to colonize the planet.
Does this feel like a bio attack to you?
Did we destroy the ship?
Sure, we could destroy the ship, be able to section off of it for cover if we knew the extent of protection, whatever it's about, or
Yeah,
if we
I'll
had
just
a way
fast
to
forward.
kill it with, like, I don't know, radiation. Since it's contained mostly in the ship, it's gotta be something that's outside, otherwise it's outside.
Ultraviolet radiation.
Ultraviolet radiation, pretty micro.
What about the drone? Does it have anything like that on it?
No, it's just a survey drone I got the blueprints for from a buddy. It's
Hmm.
got some basic manipulators and scanning tools. That's why it's only giving us this map instead of an actual visual.
Well, that's fair. Let me go and take this thing down. Let's see what all we can find. Let me check the door towards the south there in the corner.
I cleaned that boot off most of or all the way, by the way, but I did contain it inside of a small box, just in case.
That's good. We don't know if this, whatever it is, residue behind. Keep it in the box for now. Probably chuck it like
What about the rabbit? Is the rabbit okay?
rabbit. Okay. Last time I checked on them.
Rabbit, are you okay?
Hang
Just
up his
yelling at him. Just yelling at the wall. Rabbit, what are you doing?
I am alive. I've been violated.
You've made it this long and you're just now complaining about that? Welcome
I'm
to
still complaining.
space.
I haven't stopped complaining. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I can't smell very much, but it smells like bitch in here. Go get cleaned up again and come back and get ready to go out for another walk. We're gonna figure this out.
Okay, sure. If it means helping, I'll distract myself from the other thoughts that I'm having right now.
Yes, it will be
What do you
helpful
see
to
when you're
me.
out there?
Captain, question.
Go ahead.
Do you know anything else about? Do you know anything about the ship that we're searching right now?
No idea. I was just told by one of the men down in the far area spotted a ship drifting in space. Dark. Prime. Safe. Scrapping. Easy to touch. Starting to fly.
Yeah, this is really weird.
Well, can they physically see a ship name on like outside the ship?
Not from this angle, no.
Well, if it's possible, Captain, if you would allow it, I could probably get into their systems and get their black box, see what happened.
System would be offline right now. The whole ship's dark. But if
Go over there,
with
make
the
a physical
drone over
connection.
there, maybe connect to it directly. Happen.
Yeah, I'll let Raven and Vivian do that since they're piloting the drone. Raven, Vivian, if you two come across the bridge, let me know, and I'll see if I can connect directly to the ship's black box.
Oh, okay, will do.
Did we have the creation engine?
Hey, I gotta
prepare
go to
some-
the bathroom.
Okay.
Some sort of small, short-range weapon. I'm thinking something simple to fabricate, like a butane thrower, a flamethrower.
If it comes to that, relatively quickly, it's best not to have live weapons in current situation.
True.
Sure, we have
Not
access.
everyone's calm, or rather, not everyone's perfectly fine with the possibility that they might die in the next 2 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd rather not die.
It only happens once. You'll be fine if it happens.
Got the
Listen.
system guy monitoring everyone's life signs. They'll alert us if it starts acting funky. I've been watching our rabbit friend have a mild panic attack in the docking phase.
To
Keeping
be
an eye
fair,
on
he's
them.
been having a mild panic attack since he first got on the ship.
That is a valid point.
His heart rate is a little elevated. I thought that might just.
Would it be best if I went over for a second investigation then?
Might.
Maybe.
Don't touch the meat goo if you decide to go.
While I'm not afraid of dying, I don't want my mind hijacked by some sort of psionic parasite. But I'd much rather have someone who's not going to be twitchy and accidentally jump into an active fuel pipe and set the entire salvage alight.
It's understandable. I hear those up in their species tend to be a little fidgety.
It happens. It's not his fault. I'm sure there's a reason he's a little paranoid.
Yeah, well, I get that.
Plus, I guess he's very sensitive about his feet because I violated his boot while he was wearing it.
What did you do with that brush thing?
I just scrubbed this thing shiny and clean and stuck it in a box.
Interesting. Some people
I
put a pin in it.
might have tickled his thigh with it a little bit.
Hey, no.
Got a lot of force, alright? I'm small. That's like trying to hold on to a Zamboni. Also, what is a Zamboni, by the way? I've heard that used in this sentence by a trader. Was it appropriate, or did I do it stupid?
It's large size. Ice ring, ice, like melting.
What's an ice ring? I mean, I know
It's
what ice is, but...
it's a large enough water slide around on it. Essentially, night.
Why would you slide around on the ice? It's so wasteful. You could... If there's an entire room full of ice, you should save it and store it and use it for, cooling.
They rug. Sometimes they melt it down completely and have
Damn, Karens are weird.
most scarce in society. So you move the drone down past the door that seems to have been sucked into the vacuum space. The door that seems to be active, but it has a lockout icon on it. There's probably an atmosphere on the side. You're not detecting anything that you haven't detected.
Well, let's explore room number 9 a little bit.
Can't fit the drone through that wedged open door.
Damn it! That's flesh wall, and I'm assuming the door that is under the flesh wall is also locked based on that symbol. That's a lot of compressed air to open up. So I've run into a bit of a problem, Cap. There's a couple locked doors. Nothing coming back on scans on the other side, but yeah, they're locked, and I can only assume because atmosphere.
Captain will come down the ladder to the information. We'll take a look at the map and looks like the door to the eye actually open.
Oh, did I misinterpret?
So if coming south out of rope, that means that the atmosphere in 9 and let's the rest of the hallway and going into 6 also. So if you hack into manual override, give the door a little bit of power, it should actually open up.
That's a fair point. Would it be a bad time to say this is probably the second time I've ever flown one of these?
It's fine. As long as I set
So
my
let's.
expectations low enough, you all can't.
Yay!
you
We'll
to
keep the
assume.
degeneracy for later until we get to know each other better.
Exactly.
Don't you me? Anyways, how does one open these doors? He kind of zoops the drone over and starts poking and prodding at the panel with little manipulator arms.
There should be a large flat head right under where the handle that should handle A, and then you should be able to manually action lock it.
And let's see, he kind of wubs it down a little bit. Ah, there it is. Let me just kind of cycles through the various configurations of gripper hand until it gets to a best approximation of a flathead screwdriver.
It actually has.
Oh, am I missing buttons? This thing, you need to give me like a cheat sheet on this thing. So he flips it over to the screwdriver and opens it up. Okay, looks like it's not turning any. The drone kind of tilts over onto its side a little bit. Yeah, nope, it's not turning anymore. And kind of sets it back to grippy hands and moves to the door actuator or the door handle itself. And so, wait, this just pull on the handle, or is there something inside I gotta tug on too?
Yeah, this is a pretty standard, which means that it's only going to have the one hit pulls that place. So if you just pull on it, it should disappear from the other hand side, and you actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll get in there and begin fiddling. Kind of an idle clickety clackety sound from his beak as he focuses.
So you go to pull on the handle, and you electric flow on the right side of the screen, which you never really noticed before because it never did anything, start to go up as you increase pressure on it more and more and more. Just before it pops out, the handle kind of suddenly jerks free with a whole bunch of muscle and tendon and what looks like really thick coming with it.
Just ew, ew, ew.
Ugh,
That is nasty.
like somebody tried to suck.
God, I hope that killed him quick at least, because that's grody.
Somebody got spaghettified.
Hope they were facing, not the other way around. That would suck.
Ugh.
Eh.
Let's roll. Let's actually randomize.
Oh no.
For just 1 second, only 1 second, you get a heartbeat ping of 41 beats per second. Go south of scanner range.
Oh, there's that damn ping again. What is that? Ah, let's see if we can get this door open the rest of the way. Kind of like picks at the goo a little bit. Ugh.
Right as you're picking that, get another audio signal.
Oh,
I'm scared.
Good.
It's creepy.
that took a less nonsensical, but too. I don't like this.
I really don't like that one.
I think the answer to their question was probably yes.
I'm sure most of their stories end with, and then they died.
I get that feeling too, and I'm concerned. But eh. So let's see. Does it look like the door latching mechanism has released at all, or is it still pretty well gooked up?
It's pretty up, but you are managing to kind of slide it out of its locked. and then you can manually push her out of. And on the other side of the door, you can see that there is another one of the creature more blobby than the other that you kind of, with their head, kind of back around the handle on the other side.
Ugh.
And again, their skull is broken open and brain is gone.
Do we know anything about brain munching parasites? Or well, anything that eats brains directly out of people's skulls?
Not heard of, at least nothing that's not live still.
Hmm.
I mean, everyone's mother always says, well, you better eat your vegetables or the brain sucker come after you.
Well,
My
that
parents
just
always
sounds
said I
unnecessarily
didn't die.
traumatizing.
Yeah, well, fairy tales are usually common.
Hmm.
I haven't seen anything out of here for stuff that happened in the dark. Like some explosive decompression so far to me, other than art signatures, like failing transistor or something in that sensor.
That's a fair point.
Like I said, I got this print for might not be the most reliable thing in the world.
That's a fair point. Let's continue on. What is there to see? He'll scan the drone around into the center of the room.
Sure of what, 6 or 9?
That would be number 9 because that was the one we opened, right?
You were going to toward 6.
Hmm.
The door
My
to
bad.
the door to the south going into 9 is, you're not moving that.
Yeah, okay, no, I misunderstood. You gonna zoop into number 6. See what the scanning majigger says.
Alright. They're on the map. Now,
Ah,
how far into 6 are you? 3 by 3.
dead center.
It's okay.
Oh
I hope
boy.
there's not a vent that I'm missing.
At least it's just a drone.
Your CPU has been forfeit.
How many times did you miss the strands of saliva dripping down from the ceiling vents?
Don't ask. Alien isolation. Give me that box match, please.
That was
Would
the
Olin
fucking
like to
worst.
stay on the ship, by the way? Just need to know.
Traumatized bonus.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, friend.
By the way, Candy Cane, did you ever, were you a little leery of overhead vents in real life for a couple days afterwards of playing that?
Yes, and floor vents.
It was just super subconscious, just, I know.
I have central heating in. I'll be honest with you. If a xenomorph squeezes its ass out of that, it earned the kill.
Absolutely.
Hey, facehuggers, my guy.
More like dick suckers.
Well, that's one way to get an extra large nut.
Yeah.
Do not.
Do not.
Shut.
Slurp.
Alright, I got you map.
Woo!
Map.
Throwing some back an updated map. Ping.
Like,
Oh.
Oh.
So float past mass that you push aside with door. There's another one here as you go through this blown open door, and as you approach, you notice that the door doesn't look so much blown open as it was ripped open. There's some scratch marks in it, and you can see some evidence of doors trying to stay closed from the way that barring on the sides of it line up with at least what you're familiar with automatic doors having as the automatic crack system. And uh, there's one of those creatures that were presumably the crew of the ship actually ripped in half at the far end over here, and one of them that looks like it was crushed that you float over on the side of
Ew.
That's gross.
they're all missing their brain.
Let's do some more scanny scans and see what there is to see.
Get some more genetic material from one that was ripped in half, and they can now be identified as Siluri. They're generally considered a pretty peaceful race. They're almost kind of otter looking in a way, but at the same time, their webbed and fingers kind of look amphibian, and they only really have patches of fur on their head, which, due to the circumstances, they don't have. And some sort of biological agent has definitely aggressively tampered with their genetic code. Whatever it was some sort of a slow-acting agent, and like from scans that you've gotten so far, that it only got worse every time an individual interacted with another. Though the vectors for transmission still aren't understood by the BI, it at least has enough information to say that yes, this was some sort of biological attack or a biological accident.
Well, I mean, there seems to be a lot of, well, damage. Well, let us continue. Actually, let me try to try to jig the door open to number 7 there.
Alright, this one is also locked.
Let's go through standard unlock procedures.
Go with
As
standard
in,
unlocked.
gonna have the drone off to the side a little bit. Don't want to get hit in the face with an atmosphere's worth of pressure.
You definitely get a warning message on your HUD of atmosphere detected as the door slides open and some sort of a mist gas billows out of.
Ugh. Let's get a scan of the gas. What kind of gas is this?
I
Hamburger gas.
I gotta look at my notes. It comes back as a mercury vapor.
Ugh.
And it notifies you that there is high voltage running gas.
Well, I guess we can't rightly go in there. Not with the drone, anyways. What's this drone rated to, like, electrically? But you think it could take a high voltage zap?
No, it's essentially rated cell battery the most. It can apply enough power to get a circuit running. About it.
Well, shoot, I guess we're not going in there. Well, you'll pilot the drone kind of out and around away from the gas, as it seems to contrast nicely. And let's head down the corridor to door number 9.
Right. Thanks. Grace. Where in room 9 are you going?
Just one square into the door.
Alright. Things you never want to hear today.
Or a dentist.
That's where I put my penis.
Or a dermatologist.
This is supposed to be that color?
Urologist. Is it supposed to be that small?
Surgeon. I forgot my textbook. Hold on.
Oh, that's small.
Well, that's okay. That was actually trying to figure it out.
He's only
We
5'11".
don't all know everything.
Many much snark.
Man.
I'm half tempted just to go over there. Go rob fucking Bunny for his suit, recycle it, and make one new one.
Just violently undress the rabbit and throw it back into the thing.
Hey, you already did weird things to my body with a brush. Back off.
I only touched the boot first off. Also, are you gonna be prepared to go back over there in the event that it's needed? Or do you want to
Yes.
stay here and scream?
I can go back in there and scream while I'm going there. No one will hear them
That's-
when I'm going in the back in the space.
Except whatever is over there.
But if I scream loud enough, it'll come to me, right?
And then you'll die.
Yes, but then you'll know what it is, right?
Nope.
Nope.
We don't have visual feeds.
Then no. You go over there. Yeah, you're fine.
Zatrune's just gonna sit down and wait for the suit to get taken off.
He takes the suit off.
They're just preparing. They're not eating themselves yet, but just in case they have to go over there. Because they're getting a bad feeling about things. But they've been having a bad feeling forever, so it could just be the fact that they're slightly high.
Jade is going to see if a computer can plot the course of where they came from, see if they can get like a beginning destination.
Sure. The computer plots a origin destination, and it's just empty space for miles, miles, miles. And it doesn't really match up with any known direction where this particular space has holdings or colonies.
That's strange. Captain, I'm not getting a beginning destination for the ship, for that ship. All I can really see is empty space, or they don't really have a presence.
Alright, keep seeing if you can figure out where they might be from. They could have jumped to a location and then been hit by something, or they could have done evasive maneuvers. Direction. And
Okay,
as
focus
you're
on-
discussing that, an updated map comes in, and you get a signal ping across the audio channel.
Oh,
And there's a new color. Ah, one of the octagons is pink, just like that hallway that's still alive somehow.
Aaron.
There's a huge pile of this pus tendril ass over in the corner here.
Ugh. Well, I don't want to get. I want to somehow lose the drone, so just gonna do a scan from a distance, because.
Yep. When you do that scan, you get the text below.
The hell? That's. Gonna regret it if you step outside and you get caught. This is. Huh. I'm gonna move into the opposite corner of the room there. Just, what is it? Just basically moving straight ahead from the door.
Alright, you see that body that you saw earlier, and it's not showing any life signs, and you are now out of range getting any more audio from that thing. It's odd that you're getting audio signals in a vacuum.
Best not to think about it.
Or perhaps it's some other effect. Like something is sending data to the drone and it interprets it as audio.
Drones are old for that to happen. It's basically running all analog. We're the only ones that have a connection to it. The angled particle ballistic test advanced enough that everything else, like essentially levered switches, really. It could be picking it up uh, whenever it sits down while it's could be detecting vibration. Oh,
That's true.
And that would transmit audio. That's, after all, what audio is vibration.
Hmm. Well, let me try to get through that door into area number 10 there.
right.
Yeah.
Bye bye, buddy.
Blah blah blah. Drone.
Olin is relocating back to his room.
Okay. And you're just going like one space into again.
I'm going over to the door there on the south side.
Okay, so you're just gonna sit there.
There.
Yeah. Gonna see if there's anything to scan on the other side of the room there.
Cool. So this ship's getting no power whatsoever.
Ship is not reporting that it is running upon its own power. It is also not reporting that it has any power running through its circuit.
Hmm.
Something
There you go.
don't smell right about this. Now, from the like the part that was exploded, does it look like the metal around the fringes are pointing out, or are they like curved in towards the ship?
They are pointing out,
Mm.
and that
So
is room number 5, blown out.
okay, so something came out then. Something
Yes,
ejected.
the atmosphere.
Many doors
Left
were
at high
open.
speed.
Kind of busy doing the thing.
Something don't smell right about this.
No.
Jade's just kind of talking to herself. Something doesn't smell right about this whole situation.
Yeah, not at all.
This is very bizarre.
Zitron's just sitting in that little spot, and he's finally figured out how to put on the helmet that the creation engine made for him. And it even came with basically, it uses his horns as an extra way to seal the helmet.
Uh-huh.
Though he does, when he does slide it on, he has to kind of reach up there and tighten down basically 2 gaskets.
Puff up a couple of inflatable gaskets like air.
Basically, that's what he's doing. He's got like 2 ovary or 2 fucking oval rings up there. A little gasket behind it to seal it. And the pressure difference between space and such should theoretically seal it up tight.
And pumped up kicks.
I mean, they kept astronauts alive with literally tight enough woven fabric.
Yeah.
True.
It's not that big a difference.
Jade's gonna see if she can find any kind of like pre-explosion destination.
So, what's the deal with the, is it something running around over there cutting stuff up, or would it be okay to go check the extent? What are we gonna do? Or do we just let the drones do a full survey of the entire ship?
I think, well, it's captain's call, but I think we should let the drone do its thing with the whole ship if we can.
And what about when the drone runs out of power?
Drone should have enough power to size 40 times, unless something comes along and power from the drone itself. Fine. I don't trust this. The derelicts are dead, or at least have a little bit of power, and some survivors hiding in like a bunker or something. This smells wrong. I'm agreeing with the other character.
Could
Well,
we
what's the plan then?
possibly tag it when we do go to leave and inform the proper authorities who are more equipped for biohazards?
That is an option. It doesn't pay as much as scrapping it, but it is an amount of money that'll get us back to out here again next.
I'm sure that the Terran might be appreciative of us not letting something drift into their colony.
I would, before we do call in anything, I would at least like to try and get to their black box or into their memory so that I can pull as many files as I can from there. So that maybe we can piece together what happened before everything went dark.
Well, how would we save the coordinates for this place? You would be able to just log that in the navigational data, correct?
Yeah, there's one of the Galnet stations out here that we have, and judging from direction it's going, can provide some predicted arcs for anyone where it's at. Said we already know where it came from, right?
No, I know where it's going, but I'm trying to figure out where it came from.
Have you
But
factored in the explosion?
she's gonna do that really quick. See if she can
Which
factor in the
direction is
explosion.
it currently drifting in space? Well, then again, there's no obvious direction, but relative to the local star.
Take a- It looks like it's actually very further of a couple of different star systems. It's going to
Mm.
I'll bring up a map. This one right here in a little plus got a pretty gravity well. And based on the speed that it's going right now and local gravity area, it should impact this planet, plane colonized as setting up the structure. And if this thing is able to do that, then it's probably a bad thing. But at the same time, it might burn up in the atmosphere. So who knows?
Well, I don't think we'd want to give it a nudge with our vessel. If only there was some sort of blunt object we could rocket into it. Well, then again,
You could expend a few resources to make an explosive, knock it into a different black hole or something.
well, we wouldn't even have to theoretically do that. We could use the creation engine to make some kind of heavy projectile and solid propellant and just bump it into it.
I think if we should call it in, because what if another scrapper team comes by and doesn't do what we've been doing? What if they just go straight onto the ship hands on,
Mm,
and this stuff is hostile or any
Possible.
way like lethal?
Well, it made the bunny freak out when something was on its boot, so I suppose it might be the best idea just to report it. Plus, some pay would be better than nothing. That way, we can rebound and get right back to another, hopefully more lucrative salvage contract.
Um,
Yeah, you could always leave the drone on there as a that it that comes along know that hey, ship's us as fuck.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Raven, Vivian,
Could we maybe? Was there a way to make the
see if
drone
you
transmit?
two can find your way to either the bridge or the data center, please.
Um,
Mm.
he'll zoop the drone back out to that topmost door on number 4, just out into the hallway and back through.
So up to door 2.
Yes.
All right. You get a sensor reading that this door also has atmosphere.
What about life signs on the other side?
No life sign.
Alright. Standard depressurization and unlock.
Okay. Do a standard depressurization, and there is an oxygen methane mixture. Uh, it is not glowing like the other side.
Oh, good. Well, he gonna zoop up in there and he's gonna go to door number 1.
Let's see. How do I describe it? So it's actually in pretty pristine condition compared to everything else. Um, like there's actually still furniture here, whereas opposed to the rest of the hall, where it seems like almost things have been ripped out of the ground and walls and like taken somewhere else. And you can see that there's actually a few computer racks here in 2. You don't see any more of those other.
Well, that's
And
good.
say that you want to go to door number 1.
I'd like to close up door number 2 to 4 there.
All right. Standard repressurization sequence. Pressure doesn't exactly equalize. Dead.
Yeah, but it's closed at least. Less of a chance of something following through and screwing something up.
Exactly.
Well, in that case, out of 2-1. Let's open that door up. Well, scan first, see if there's a life form, or life signs rather.
No life signs on the other side.
Ah, perfect. Well, he's gonna depressurize and enter.
Security override. Go to open up the handle, and the drone shuts down.
Fuck.
Comes back online a couple of minutes later.
Oh, this is good. Well, let's see. Can I maybe get into the door circuits and open it up with some hacky mumbo jumbo?
You can certainly try. The
Let's see.
door appears to have some internal logic going on. You're gonna have to find a way to get to that without actually touching.
How much weight could the little drone lift? Like a chair, for example.
Like a chair.
Alright, well, let's attempt the standard depressurization, but instead of grabbing the handle, let's hook a chair arm onto it and then pull on the chair. On the
Alright,
non-conductive bits.
so because this area has atmosphere still, because you shut the door does actually open.
Oh. Perfect. Let's see what there is to see in here then.
Right? This appears to be a command bridge, all the way at the front of the ship.
Huh,
What a
go figure.
stupid place to put it. Right where the asteroids will fly into.
I mean, ideally, center would be best.
Ideally, the middle of the ship, surrounded by display screens going to cameras.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is the command area. You can see the desiccated corpse of one of those creatures in the command chair, just kind of with their head on their fist, their elbow propping them up still. And if a corpse could look bored, this
So bored of being dead.
Mm.
This sucks.
you're late to help anyone. But there was at least one survivor at.
Well, in that case, let's see. Is there any computer access that I can get to?
Yes. Actually, some of the computers still have a singular LED light up. There appears to be some sort of emergency backup power just barely keeping them online.
Well, let's see. Can the drone keep a couple computers powered up while it's doing some searchy scanny stuffs?
It can.
Ah, yes. Let's do that then.
Jade, that's where I come in.
Yeah.
Jade is going to talk to the ship's VI and tell the VI to isolate her and any files that come through with the ship, just in case there's anything malicious in the code.
Okay.
And she's gonna give her a thumbs up, and she's gonna use her new
Wait,
her
what?
fancy new cable
Oh.
to jack in and go get files.
Back in, hallelujah.
Back in. Hallelujah. Alright,
Oh boy.
oh no, they're using different music. Ah!
Yes. It
This is gonna be
approaches.
This is gonna be either really good or I am so fucked.
Boop, motherfucker.
Nah, it's just quiet. Okay, so you jack into the system, and it immediately shunts black box because ship power is off. It doesn't have enough energy. Any of the
Alright.
black box has some recording of ships destination prior to an unknown decompressive force in 5. Crew members' life signs, statistics, histogram, known medical conditions some of them might have had at the time, and destination ship was going to, and its current trajectory. And last log of captain basically bemoaning their imminent demise and cursing themselves for not seeing this happen, and cursing everything and everything else in the galaxy that could potentially have caused. And finally, as the captain's life signs are starting to draw to a close, cursing himself for not keeping a weapon on him, and eventually the captain's life signs just kind of peter out and flat. There's also a separate record of vibration felt throughout the ship, and there's just this almost ant colony-like network of tunnels in between the hull and the structure, all leading back to that mass pile of 9, and a separate, almost isolated one going to the walkway 5.
Well, she's gonna download all the data from the black box. And
the data verifies it.
and she's gonna see if she can access like anything at all extra besides the black box, or is the black box the only thing that she can get to?
Anything extra.
Like anything besides the black box. She's looking for anything, even the smallest little fragment.
Get another audio to text recording that ship to record before the system shut down.
Oh.
Another reference to insecticide of some type.
And she's gonna make like a quick little like note. Like she's gonna bring up like a little notepad and jot that down. And is that it?
That's it. Got
Alright,
some final recording that managed to get saved before the black box went offline. Even the SOS signal on this thing got shut down after a while.
Alright, well, after she jots down that note and seeing that's all she can get, she's gonna leave back and disconnect.
Right back in the body.
Alright. And she's gonna disconnect the jack from her neck. Alright, so I got the data from the black box, but I also got this recording, and she's gonna bring up the text box and show it to the captain along with the others.
That's the second time insecticides brought up. Never thing. Think that they got sold kind of chemical.
I don't know. Maybe, what if the insecticide was referring to this? Because I was able to put together like the mass in number 4. It's like a ant colony, almost like a colony of some going through the ship.
In it.
Whatever this is, now that we've got the black box data, I think we should call it in.
Yeah, this is one of those call it in and blow it up from kind of thing.
So, is there anyone that will you be doing the call, or should I make the call?
I'll make the call the next time we're at a station far enough away from anything that's gonna be a problem.
Right. And I'm gonna make a copy of the black box data.
Yee. That being said, does this thing? What's the transmission radius on this thing, on this little drone? Or could I maybe move some things around and get the ship to start putting out a signal again?
Doubtful.
I read about it. Said there
Hmm.
For
was
the drone itself, and the signal.
drone itself could have been for a while, but it's not gonna last long. You can put some more battery packs on it, take it over in 5, and have it output a signal on low power for a while. Anything in
stay away
hyperspace
signal.
around it.
Is there any way we
Yeah.
can just put a stay away signal?
Well, yeah, that's basic. Instead of an SOS, stay the fuck away.
Because I was looking at the black box data, and even the SOS signal got cut off after.
Well, probably when the last died, cut out to save on.
And the captain was cursing himself and everything, and he wants to know why he should have seen this happening. Here, I'm gonna make a copy of the data. I'll sift through it later.
I don't blame the man doing. Well, I would also do that if I was in a situation like fuck. Could you imagine one in your half pressurized, all alone, captain table?
I
She's
feel
gonna
pretty
start
shitty
making
too.
copies of the black box data.
He'll get a copy of the data on his console. Go back to Gary.
I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. John will look his. Well, it looks like you're not going to get that spacewalk. The configuration settings for that space is
Yeah, I plan to. Yeah, I'm gonna go return this to the creation engine so it doesn't actually get damaged or something.
That makes sense.
good idea. How's our rabbit?
Hopefully not killing himself out of panic. Been either here. Hey, Brandon, how are you holding up, friend? Are you okay and or alive?
I do not see him in the chat or in the
It-
channel.
Yeah, he's dead. Oh, well.
Oh
I
wait,
know.
didn't he walk away?
Oh yeah, I think he was going to jigger himself into his room,
Yeah.
or maybe he walked away because it's
I'm back.
9 o'clock or it's 8 o'clock.
I do know
For
that
me.
Roland's girlfriend was bugging him.
Ah, well, it is the end of the session. So you guys have explored a spaceship via drone. What that looks like. When you guys go exploring, just get a map and you tell me what room you're in when you're walking around in person.
Okay.
I don't know. Does this work? Does it add to the tension? Does it not?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Music is always absolutely wonderful.
I agree.
Being
Oh, good.
5'11" makes you very short.
Shut
Your
the
response?
fuck up.
You're not playing the game right.
I'm gonna kick you
All
in your heel.
Oh, that's
I gotta do is lift my foot an inch.
I personally think that this was literally just a big misunderstanding with this ship.
misunderstanding with the ship, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
It's simple. Somebody that was a little bit too in over position misunderstood what they meant by eggs. And boom, alien ant parasite creatures.
I do know that Jade is gonna make a copy for herself and sift through it when she gets a chance.
Oh, did you guys manage to pick up on the song reference I was making?
Not quite, no.
Uh,
Are you recording still?
I am recording still, but I can look it up and give, proper courtesy to the artist.
Also, Spice Up,
Yeah.
Poison Swamps.
No. As someone who's actually played every single one of them, it hurts me more than most. Well, I'm okay with Poison Swamps as long as they don't have a Blight Town 2.0 again.
They're gonna have
Light Town 2.0 would.
it's
Blight Town?
unoptimized
I
death.
gotta go because dinner's been ready for a while, so.
Goodbye.
Okay, food.
Goodbye, V. So in Dark, see you later. In the Dark Souls one, Blight Town was an area you had to go to in the main story, and it was basically poison everywhere. There were enemies that could deal plague or, well, technically toxin and such.
We don't talk about that.
First,
Actually, I don't. It's been a hot minute. I don't think there was too much petrify, but I think there was curse number 1.
So that's the song that I was referencing. I thought it felt appropriate, fleshy past that had like nonsensical lyrics that almost make sense, so you want to keep listening to it.
Dirt.